Hello and welcome to another Open Mic Broadcast Network production. I am Philip Prince here at Prairie A&M University at Tankersley Field, getting ready and set for Game 2 of a 3-game series here between Grambling State Tigers and the Prairie A&M University. Grambling was able to come out victorious by a score of 18-3 in Game 1, so the Panthers trying to see if they can come out victorious here Game 2 to even up this series at 1 apiece. Game time is supposed to be scheduled first pitch at 2 o'clock here. Today's starters for today for the Grambling State Tigers will be number 12, Philip Bryant. Philip Bryant is a right-hander, 6 foot feet, 185-pound graduate out of Little Rock, Arkansas, comes in 1-0 record overall in conference play. This is going to be his third appearance in conference play. Has a 8.00 ERA and a 1.56 whip. Going 9 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, and 8 of those runs being earned. Walking 6 while striking out 10. And the opponents have a 242 batting average against Philip Bryant early so far on here through conference play. And the starting pitcher today for the Prairie A&M Panthers will be number 28. And that is Mr. Tyson Carlton. Carlton is a 6'5" right-hander, coming in from Allen, Texas, a sophomore. Gets the nod for Game 2 for the Panthers. So we're going to step away just for a quick second, and we come back, we'll provide you with the starting lineups in today's contest, and we'll be set and get ready for Game 2 here in Prairie, Texas. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Tankersley Field. Still getting set and ready for game number 2. Team still getting warmed up. As the visiting Grambling State Tigers will come in wearing the yellow uniform with black numbering, trimmed out in white with white pants today. As Prairie will come in wearing the purple top with the white pants with the purple stripe going down the side. So it gets set here. Today's starting lineups here for the Grambling State Tigers. Playing left field, wearing number 2, will be Tiger Borum. Playing third base, wearing number 6, will be Cameron Buford. Playing second base, wearing number 7, will be Kyle Walker. Batting cleanup for the Tigers, playing first base, will be number 21, Ashton Inman. Batting 5-hole, playing right field, wearing number 0, will be Jalen Bennett. The designated hitter for the Tigers will be number 10, Julian Murphy. Catching for the Tigers, batting in the 7-hole, will be number 27, DeMarcus Smiley. Batting 8, playing shortstop, wearing number 13, will be Jose Vargas. And then batting ninth, will be number 1, the center fielder, Martavius Thomas. And yesterday, the Tigers were able to cap off on the 19-3 win. Yesterday in Game 1, team hit for 429 in that game yesterday, collecting 6 extra base hits. One of those being the long ball yesterday. So with the wind blowing out today, it's about 18 miles per hour blowing out south. So be straight out towards center field as of right now. Earlier during warm-ups, the wind was about blowing towards left field earlier, so now it's kind of shifted towards right field. So we'll pay close attention, see how much that comes into impact the players trying to field a fly ball. So now Let's get set. We're going to do the starting lineup now for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Leading off for the Panthers, playing right field, wearing number 1 will be Jaden Williams. Batting 2-hole, playing center field, number 16, Garrison Wise. Batting 3-hole, the designated hitter for today will be Michael Burrows. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 30, will be Jaden Monroe. Batting 5, playing third base, number 23, Garland Parker. Batting 6-hole, playing shortstop today will be number 2, Lee Allen Jr. Batting 7th, playing second base, number 8, Legend Fudget. Batting 8th, playing catcher today will be number 5, Mason Hilsky. And then batting 9th hole, playing left field, number 29, Jamal Williams. So we're going to step away for a quick second, and we'll be right back to give you first pitch for today's contest. Remind you are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We want to take this time to thank our sponsors for today, the Prairie Athletic Club, serving student athletes since 1986. For more information on how to become a member, dial 936-857-5817. And as for Greg Austin, the Panther backer, serving student athletes since 1995. For more information on how to become a member, contact Dino Robinson at 713-417-2090. And the Temple of Refuge Ministry. You can listen live each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time by dialing 857-777-0000. Build the kingdom one soul at a time. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, getting ready for game number 2 between the Grambling State Tigers and the Prairie A&M Panthers. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the first inning here, getting set. Starting pitcher for the Panthers is Mr. Carlton. He's getting warmed up right now. Mr. Carlton comes in with a 0.00 ERA in conference play. No record. This is his 3rd appearance. 9 innings of work so far for Mr. Carlton. So he gets his first start of the year. Getting set to go here. Today's umpires for today's contest. Home plate umpire will be none than Mr. Kenneth Leventhal. First base umpire will be Pablo Lopez. And at third base, Gerald Proctor. Leading off for Tigers will be number 2, the left fielder, Tiger Borum. First delivery from Carlton is a ball that's going to be taken inside, and we are set to go. First pitch is at 2:09. Tiger Borum batted from the left-hand side. Next pitch is going to be taken down, low and away for ball number 2. Defensively right now, Panthers kind of playing the bunt just in case Mr. Borum decides to get another infield bunt hit. He takes a hefty swing at this one for strike number 1. Get the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Carlton comes set, lines, kick, fires, and this ball's going to be hit up, out to right field. Having to play on is going to be is Mr. Williams, the outfielder, but that was going to go over the 330 fence for the first run of today's contest. And the Tigers are on the board with a leadoff home run by Mr. Tiger Borum. Did mention that earlier, the wind had an impact, will have an impact in today's contest. So seeing the ball fly, and it could carry today as Mr. Broom did so right there. So now bring up the third baseman, Buford, and he's first pitch swinging for strike number 1. Now the next pitch is going to be inside and it's going to hit Buford. And Buford's going to be awarded first base on the hit by pitch. So now it's going to bring up the second baseman, Mr. Kyle Walker. So quickly already. Set to go here. Runner on first base, no outs. Walker takes strike number 1. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires and ball for ball number 1. Phillip decides going to check over on Mr. Buford there at first. So now, make the count still 1 ball and 1 strike. Buford small lead over their first base. Next offering from Carlton's going to be high to make the count now. 2 ball and a strike now to the Tigers' second baseman. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires in for a strike. Leads up the count now at 2 balls and a strike. Now Carlton is trying to see if he can retire away Mr. Kyle Walker to get the first out here in this inning. After already giving up a leadoff home run and a hit by pitch to the first 2 batters. Pick off a tip over there, man. Mr. Prairie gonna slide in safely. So now Carlton's ready to go back to work. Getting the signs from the catcher today, Mr. Helsky. Carlton comes set. Kicks. Buford's on the run. Ball and misses high. The ball's going to be a short hop throw to second base, but Mr. Buford's going to be able to slide in safely for the stolen base. So now, runner on second. No outs, full count now. 2, 3-hole hitter, Mr. Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker biting from the right-hand side. Playing second base today for the Tigers. And takes a swing and a miss at that one, and Mr. Walker's going to be retired down on strikes for the first out here in the inning. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, number 21, Ashton Inman. Inman comes in batting from the left-hand side. Carlton comes set. Small lead over there at second base, and that offering from Carlton is going to be taken in for strike number 1. Lee Allen holding on. Mr. Buford there at second. Currently right now. Creeps up on him. Carlton now comes set. Now it was trying to be a pickoff attempt, but decided not to. Mr. Allen made his way to second base expecting one, but Carlton decided to deliver, and this offering was going to miss outside. To make the count now, ball and a strike. Alright, Carlton now comes set, kicks in, fires in for a strike. Breaking ball. So now it's going to make the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Tigers' first baseman. The wind now is shifted and blow it straight out center field now. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires. This ball's going to be foul ball. Just found down the third base line, and that one probably would have been some trouble if Eamon was able to get that one to stay fair. Buford more than likely we'll end up and score easily from second. But nevertheless, just going to keep the count now. The ball on the strike. 2 strikes to Mr. Eamon. Steven had himself a productive game 1 on yesterday. So breaking ball from Carlton is going to miss outside and make the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice turnout here at Tankersley Field for game number 2 between these 2 universities. Now Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and going to be a foul tip into the glove of Helsky, but that's going to retire away. Eamon on strikes. So 2 out here, and now bring up the right fielder, number 0, Jalen Bennett. Jalen Bennett comes in batting from the right-hand side. On deck is a designated hitter for the Tigers, Julian Murphy. 2 outs here. Grambling on top right now by score 1-0. First offering from Carlton is going to miss outside for ball number 1. So already Carlton's had to use over 20 pitches in this first inning of work. Comes set, kicks, fires, and going to be a ground ball, but it's going to be fouled off of Bennett in the batter's box. So redo things all over again, making the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Buford at second base, now being held on by Mr. Fudget. He's going to forget. And forget. Retreats back, and Carlton's next pitch is in for a ball that misses low and away. Now to make the count now 2 balls and a strike. Carlton checks on the runner at second, comes set, kicks, fires, and this one's going to miss low and away. Make the count now 3 balls and a strike now to the 5-hole hitter. After giving up the home run and the hit by pitch, Carlton was able to retire away. The next 2 batters striking them out swinging, so now trying to see if he can find that last out here in the top inning, but he's not going to be able to do it here as he offers up a walk to Mr. Bennett. So now I'll bring up the designated hitter, Julian Murphy. Murphy batting from the right-hand side. Bennett not being held on at first base. There is 2 outs here as the first offering from Carlton misses high and inside for ball number 1. Carlton just 1 ground ball away from getting out of this inning right now, and this ball's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop, Mr. Lee Allen. He's going to be able to retire, throw it over to Mr. Forget, and that's how the Tigers in their top half of the inning on the fielder's choice, but the 6-4-3 put out, 1 run off of 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. On we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Grambling State Tigers on top right now by a score of 1-0. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Tankersley Field. Leading off for the Panthers will be number 1, Jaden Williams, the right fielder. Jaden Williams getting his first action in this series, getting a start in game 2. So now Mr. Phillip Bryant, the starter for the Tigers, set to go. First pitches fouled off away for strike number one. Mr. Philip Bryant likes to work from the stretch. That's where he's going to be doing most of his throwing out of today, where it seems like. So now he comes set, kicks, fires, get a ground ball hit to Mr. Beeford at third base, but they would play the short hop. He's going to throw this over to Mr. Eamon to retire away. Mr. Williams on the 5-3 putout. So now to bring up the center fielder, Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise comes batting in from the right-hand side. Garrison Wise takes Phillips first, offering outside for ball number one. Wise to 5'11", junior out of Brenham, Texas. Transfer from Blinn. Next, takes the offering outside for ball number two now. Quickly ahead in the count is Garrison Wise down 2 balls and no strikes to the 2-hole hitter. Bryant comes set, kicks in for strike number one now. So I'll make the count 2 balls and a strike now. Phillip comes set, kicks, fires in a breaking ball, but that one's going to miss inside. According to the home plate umpire, so now make the count 3 balls and a strike now. On deck, designated here, Michael Burrows for today. This ball's going to miss inside to Garrison Wise, and it's going to award him first base on the walk. So now to bring up the designated hitter, Michael Burrows. Michael Burrows getting the day off from right field today. Next offering from Mr. Bryant to Mr. Burrows is going to miss high for ball number one. Decides to pick off a tempo with it at first base, but Garrison Wise is going to slide in safely. Now, Garrison Wise is on the run right there. It was a miss hit and run action right there, but Mr. Wise is going to able to steal second base safely. So now, making no ball and 1 strike to the designated hitter, Michael Burrows. This ball's going to be fouled off of Michael Burrows in the batter's box. So down to make the count. No balls, 2 strikes. It's me 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bryant checks on Wise at their second. Wise gets a nice little jump right there, and this breaking ball from Phillip Bryant's going to miss inside. Make the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burrows takes Phillip Bryant's next offering out and away in the other's batter's box. Misses. Now make the count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burrows is trying to see if he can put anything in play. And he's going to do just that. And this is going to get down in the left field. It's going to get down the line to the wall. Garrison Wise is going to score easily from second, and Burrows is going to be up safely at second with a stand-up double. Now it's going to bring up the first baseman for today, number 30, Jalen Moran. Jaden Monroe batting from the left-hand side. He takes Philip Bryant's first offering in at the knees for strike number 1. Set, kicks, ball's going to be hit up the middle. This is going to get through to center field. They're going to wave around Burroughs from second. He's going to come in to score easily. And now, quickly, the Panthers taking the lead. Now leading by a score of 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Remind you, this bottom half is being brought to you by the Panther backers, serving student athletes since 1986 as the catcher, Mr. Smiley, wants to talk things over with Bryant. Let's get him a little settled in right now. Don't get too riled up, giving up the 2 runs right early here. Only got 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Pitch away, 12. Pitch away.
So now to bring up the third baseman, number 23, Garland Parker. So with that mound visit, Grambling is left with 4 on the game. Pick off a temp over there to first base on Monroe. But he's back in safely. So now Brian works, kicks it, fires, ball's going to be hit up in the air. Might be trouble, but Kyle Walker's going to be able to call off first baseman in right field. Right and shallow. Right field to tire away Mr. Garland Parker. So now it'll bring up the shortstop, number 2, Lee Allen Jr. So now there's 2 outs away here in. And Jalen Monroe is going to be picked off at first base. Philip Bryant caught him leaning. As Philip Bryant comes off the field, pumped up after picking off Jalen Monroe. Now, that's going to take us to the top of the second inning. The Panthers get 2 runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Only go to the top of the second inning. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the second inning. I bring up the catcher, number 27, DeMarcus Smiley. Smiley comes in batting from the left-hand side. Smiley's getting his first action in this series as well. Carlton's first delivery is a breaking ball. Is going to miss about 2 feet short of the plate for ball number 1. So now Carlton setting to go here. Second inning of work. Next offer is going to miss low. Right inside. Ball number 2. Now to Mr. Smiley. Carlton Wines kicks, fires in for a strike in at the knees. Make the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Now Carlton shakes offside. Now he gets what he wants. Tried to drop in a pitch high and change the eye level right there to Smiley, but missed too high. Make the count now, 3 balls and a strike. Kicks, fires in. This is going to be, the ball is hit to right field, and this one's going to be a home run, a line drive home run for the catcher, Smiley. So 2 innings and 2 leadoff home runs already given up by Carlton here And this contest is all tied up at two runs apiece in this contest. So now it's going to bring up the shortstop, number 13, Jose Vargas. Vargas comes in batting from the left-hand side. Now Vargas wanted to lay down drag bunt, but couldn't come up successfully with it. So make it count now. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball is going to miss high. Even up the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carl decides to step off. Apply a little rising on his hand. Dry him off. Now this next offense going to be a ground ball is hit to the second baseman. Forget's going to be able to retire away Mr. Jose Vargas on the 4-3 put out. So now it's 1 out here in the top of the second. Now to bring up the center fielder, number 1, Martavius Thomas. Martavius Thomas comes in batting from the left-hand side. Takes Mr. Carlton's first pitch in for strike number 1. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires in, out in front for a big swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Now quickly ahead is Carlton. No balls and 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter. Comes set, kicks, a fire little dribbler. That's going to be hit to Carlton Park. That's coming in charger, but he's not going to have a play on the speedy outfielder, Mr. Thomas. And Thomas is going to be awarded on the infield hit. Tough play coming in, slow roller for Parker. Probably would have best off barehanded it to even try to get a throw off it, but wasn't unable to do so. So now it's going to bring up the leadoff batter who led off today's contest with the home run, Mr. Tiger Borum. Pick off attempt over there on Mr. Thomas, but he's back in safely for the Tigers. So now Panthers in double play, depth up the middle, but Mr. Parker is playing close with the bag just in case Mr. Brown wants to lay down a bunt. Mr. Brown did have 2 base infield hits for bunts in game 1 yesterday. So will not be surprised if Mr. Brown decides to lay one down. Another pickoff attempt for Mr. Carlton. It's already 3 in a row back there. Kind of sense that he's want to keep Mr. Thomas honest there. So now Carlton comes set. Thomas gets a little jumpy over there, and this offering from Carlton is going to miss. Breaking ball miss for ball number 1. So now I wonder if Thomas decides to take off on this next delivery if Carlton doesn't pick him off. Does not. This ball's going to be hit in the gap. It's going to get down off the wall. Playing it off the wall is Wise in the right field gap. And coming around from first base to score is going to be Mr. Martavius Thomas. There was a play at the plate, but the throw was going to be not in time. Thomas is able to slide in there, so now Mr. Broom gets his second hit of the day, the double. And Mr. Thomas comes all the way to score from first base. So now it'll bring up the third baseman, Cameron Buford. Buford walked his first AB and does have a stolen base here early in the contest. Now Grambling leading by a score 3-2 in the top of the second inning. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and ball in at the knees, but a little bit too low. According to the home plate umpire, so we'll make the count 1 ball and no strikes. Carlton had to step off, get himself readjusted. So now he's ready to dial back in. Comes set, kicks, fires in, swing and a miss. Even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Prairie coming in wearing the purple hat, purple top, white pants with purple and yellow stripe down the side. Now Carlton comes set once again. Another offering will be in, but this one at the knees will be called a strike. So now make 1 ball and 2 strike. Grambling coming in wearing the yellow top with the white pants, with the black hat. Now Carlton's trying to see if he can get, and he does do a pickoff attempt. He's going to get Burham leaning, and they have him in a rundown, trying to get him run that way down to second, but they're going to have him thrown out, trying to retreat back to second on the 1 to 4 to 5 to 6 put out. So that will retire away Mr. Burham. So now there's 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And this next one's going to be a breaking ball, and that's going to drop in for strike number 3. So Carlton's able to retire Mr. Buford down on strikes looking, and that's going to take us to the bottom of the second inning, but the Tigers do pick up 2 runs off of 3 hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Grambling on top right now by a score of 3-2 over the Prairie and Panthers. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring up shortstop Lee Allen. So Lee Allen's going to lead off this second inning due to the fact that Mr. Monroe got picked off to end off the first. So this next offering is going to be a ball, and decided to go down. Mr. Smiley check with the first base umpire to see if Mr. Allen went, but he did not. So to even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bryant comes set, offers him to break the ball, and that ball's going to drop in for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Panthers shortstop. Bryant comes set, kicks, firing, ball's going to miss inside, even up the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was partly calm, but the sun is out. Clear skies here in game number 2. That's this next one. Bryant thought it got him on the outside corner, but no, sir. It's going to miss outside for ball number 3. Make the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bryant comes set, kicks, fires, and that ball's going to miss for ball number 4. So now to bring up second baseman number 8, Legend Fugette. Fugette getting his first start in this series as they pick off a tip over there at Mr. Allen Jr., but he's back in safely. Tried to do the little hidden ball trick on Mr. Allen, but Mr. Allen was paying attention. So Philip Bryant now gets the ball back and he's ready to go back to work in the stretch. And another pickoff attempt over there to Mr. Allen, but he's back in safely once again. Jet playing second base today. He scores around, shows the bunt. He's going to lay this one down. Coming to retrieve it off the mound is Philip Bryant. He's going to able to retire away on the 1-3 put out. Sacrifice bunt. So Allen is going to advance to second. So now it'll bring up the catcher, Mason Heisky. Heisky batting from the right-hand side. There's a check swing, but it's going to be a dribbler that's hit over to Kyle Walker. And Walker's going to retire away Hilsky on the first pitch, swinging on the 4-3 putout.
Left fielder, number 29. Jamal.
So now to bring up the left fielder, Jamal Williams. Quickly, there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Runner on third base. This is a chopper. It's going to stay in bounds. And another first pitch swinging. And Eamon's going to retire Williams on the 3 unassisted. So on we go to the top of the third inning. The Panthers get no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Grambling still leads by a score of 3-2. On we go to the top of the third inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top half of the third inning. Bring up the second baseman, number 7, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is 0 for 1 on the day. Went down on strikes his first AB. It's a breaking ball offering from Carlton. It's going to miss away low, seems like. Thought that caught the corner, but Mr. Brett says no, sir. Make it count now. 1 ball in, no strikes. Next offering comes up swinging in the miss. That's Mr. Walker. Even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. One offering is going to miss low and away from ball number 2. Mr. Kenneth, home plate umpire today for game number 2. Ball's going to be hit up in the air in foul territory. This ball's going to drop in. Ball. So you had the first baseman, the catcher, and the pitcher let the ball drop. And from the wind, probably took the ball, had a bad angle for the catcher to get it. So probably would have been best off if Mr. Monroe was able to call off. But no one was able to call for the ball, and the ball is going to drop in for a hit. And now just to be a mental error on the Panthers. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, number 21, Ashton Eamon. Eamon takes strike number 1. So now Carlton comes set, kicks fire, misses low for ball number 1. Even up the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, Carlton's trying to see if he can get a ground ball, or at least get 2 outs here and pick off a tip. But Walker's back in safely. Now, Carlton comes set, kicks, Walker on the run, a missed hit and run. This ball's going to get away from Hilsky. And Walker's going to advance all the way to third on the pass ball. So he had second base stolen easily. Then going to advance to third off the pass ball. So now we go from no outs, should have been 1 out, to no outs, run on first, to no outs, to run on third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the Tigers' first baseman. Infield in now for the Panthers. Carlton comes 6, and this one's going to, thought it hit off of Inman, and Mr. Kenneth is indicating that either Mr. Inman leaned into that pitch, getting hit, so we thought it might have fouled off the end of the bat, the knob of the bat, but Mr. Cannon said, no, sir, Mr. Emmett, you leaned in on that pitch, so you cannot do that. So now that's going to be a ball. Gotta make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now, any ball hitting infield, Panthers are trying to see if they can keep Mr. Walker there at third base. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and this next offer is going to miss high. Make the count now full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck for the Tigers, number 0, Jalen Bennett, and this next offering from Carlton is going to be taken for close ball number 4. So Eamon is issued first base off the walk. So now to bring up Mr. Bennett, the right fielder. He walked his first AB. So now we have runners on first and third here in the top of the third inning. Grambling leading by a score of 3-2. Small lead for Eamon there. First base comes set, kicks, fires, and a swing and a miss offering from Bennett. You can see that Bennett trying to put that one in the orbit right now. Tail off of his swing. Came up unsuccessfully, so now he's down in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Pick off a jump over there to first base and kind of want to be cautious over there. They don't want that ball to get away and allow Mr. Walker to come in easily. So now Carlton retrieves the ball, steps back on the mound, gets set to go. Comes set, kicks, fires, and there's a safety squeeze. He's going to get this ball down the first base line, and it's going to be an error as Mr. Jalen Monroe contemplated to come get the ball. Due to how the bunt traveled down, would have been best off coming to get it and step on the bag himself. But then couldn't come up with a clean throw over to first base to cover in the back was Carlton. So that's going to be a E3. But Walker will come around the score. Inman will advance to second on the error. So what should have been just a safety, a suicide squeeze, ending in 1 run and an out. It ends up with 1 run and no outs. So now Coach Riggins wanted to take time to talk to his infield and get them back. So now we're ready to go back here. Leading, now batting, the designated hitter, Julian Murphy. Julian Murphy takes Carlton's breaking ball and misses for ball number 1. Now make the score 4-2 now. Grambling on top. Murphy batting from the right hand side. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and another one that misses. Apparently outside. Looks like Mr. Kennan has a tight zone right now. So now make it 2 balls and no strikes. Corners in for the Panthers. As this was going to be a ground ball that's hit to Mr. Lee Allen. Probably had a chance of getting out a runner at second, but decided to throw it over to first base to at least get a official out too as well, to still have 1 out. Would have liked to see Mr. Allen at least try to get the out at second, still have the double play set up if just in case you couldn't get Mr. Murphy out at 1. But Mr. Murphy is going to reach first base on the fielder's choice. And now they're going to intentionally walk the catcher, Mr. Smiley. So now it's going to load up the bases here now with one out. Inman at third, standing at third. Murphy at second base. Smiley avoided with the intentional walk, so now it'll bring up the shortstop, number 13, Jose Vargas.
Next at bat.
Jose Vargas is 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to second base, his first AB. So now corners are still in for the Panthers, up the middle, double play formation. Outfielders kind of playing a little bit in, trying to see if they can get a play at the plate just in case something sneaks in. Try to keep the runners only advancing one back, but this first offering from Carlton takes down low and away for ball number 1. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires. It's going to be a ground ball. Going to be fouled down the first base side, though. Even up this count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Carlton, 1 ground ball away from getting out of this. Bases loaded jam. Comes set, kicks, fires a breaking ball. Vargas shaking his head, disagreeing that that's not a strike, but Mr. Kenneth said, yes, sir, that is. Now I'm going to count 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the Tigers shortstop. Now, Carlton, 1-2 delivery. It's going to be fouled away as Vargas just fouled that breaking ball off to stay alive. Now Carlton set to go here, trying to see if he can retire away Mr. Vargas. 1-2 offering from Carlton comes down. Another ball is going to be fouled straight back. Mr. Vargas just staying alive. (4-2) is our score here in the top of the third. Bases are loaded for Jose Vargas, and this ball is going to be hit up in the air. Should be an infield fly, and yes, sir, that is. So Mr. Carlton is able to get Mr. Vargas to fly out to Mr. Allen, the shortstop. So now it'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Martavius Thomas. Thomas singled his first AB back in the second inning. Singled on the infield hit to Mr. Parker. So now Thomas takes Carlton's first pitch in for a strike. Now Carlton comes set. The 0-1 pitch is a ground ball. It's going to be hit up the middle. It's going to get through. 1 run's going to come around to score. 2 runs will come in to score, and that is Bennett's come around to score from second. So now it's going to make the score 6-2. Smiley advances to second base. Thomas comes through with the 2 out RBI. 2-run RBI singles, and that'll bring up the leadoff batter, Mr. Tiger Burrow. Mr. Burrow is 2 for 2 on the day. Takes first pitch in for a ball. And Mr. Carlton is going to balk here. Looked like he wanted to pick off Smiley at second, and then was contemplating going to the plate. As you can tell that Mr. Carlton is not frustrated right now. So now Carlton with the mentality is going to allow the runners to advance to second and third now. Now working from the stretch, shooting from the windup. Drops a break ball in, but that's going to miss for ball number 2 to the Tigers' leadoff hitter. Carlton comes, sets, kicks, fires, but it misses low and away. Make the count now, 3 balls and no strikes. Two outs here in the top of the third. 3 offering from Mr. Carlton as Tiger thought that when what's it going to be called a strike, started making his way down, but Mr. Kenneth called for strike number 1. Carlton's 3-1 offering is going to miss high. This ball's going to get away from Hilsky, and Mr. Smiley's going to come around to score on that one, and Mr. Thomas is going to advance to third, and Burham will be awarded first base on the walk. So now it's going to bring up the third baseman, Cameron Buford. Buford is 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking his last AB. Burham was on the run, and he's going to steal second easily. Got a great jump off of Carlton. Hilsky decided not to throw down. So now, make the count now. 1 ball and no strikes now to the Tigers' third baseman. Carlton working from the stretch now. Comes set, kicks, fires, and a strike in at the knees. Buford having to disagree with them. Thought it was a bit outside, but Mr. Kenneth said no, sir. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Mr. Buford. Buford takes Mr. Carlton's breaking ball pitch, misses high. Make 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck for Tigers, second baseman Kyle Walker. Walker is 1 for 2 on the day. He led off this third inning. Buford takes a swing at this one. Has the distance for home run, but this was going to go way, way foul to the left side. It's a bit early on that. We need to find a way to straighten that one out. Tigers have their third home run in this game. Now listen, look at the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Tigers lead by score 7-2 over the Panthers. Buford takes Mr. Carlton's 2-2 offering outside. Make the count now full.
3-2 count.
Carlton working from the stretch, trying to find that last out here in third inning. Comes set, kicks, fires, and this one will be grounded out into the Panthers dugout. Count stay put. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burham standing at second. Thomas at third. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires. This is going to be a ground ball. Is hit to the shortstop, Allen. Allen sets, kicks, fires over to Mr. Monroe, and that's going to retire Mr. Buford on the 6-3 putout. That's going to take us to the bottom of the third inning. But the Tigers are able to pick up 4 runs off 2 hits,
At the end of the top of the third inning for the Titans.
1 error,
4 runs, 3 hits, no
and
errors.
2 runners left on base. On we go to the bottom of the third. The Panthers trailing by a score 7-2. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off for the Panthers will be number 1, Mr. Williams, the right fielder. Williams squares around to show bunt, but it's going to take strike 1 anyways. Mr. Williams rounded out to third base, his first AB. Takes Mr. Bryant's next offering low and away. Ball number 1. Now, 1-1 offering from Bryant to Williams is a strike. Swing and a miss. I'll make the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryant comes set, kicks, fires. Ball misses high. Make the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. From right at the bottom half innings being brought to you by the Panther Backers, service to an athlete since 1995. For more information on becoming a member, contact Dino Robinson at 713-417-2090. Bryant's next offering is going to be taken in for a ball. Thought that one might have rung up Mr. Williams in at the knees, but Mr. Kennan and New Surgeon's just a bit too low. So that'll make the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the Panthers leadoff hitter. Bryant comes set, kicks, fires, and this one's going to miss inside. And that's going to award Mr. Williams first base. So now to bring up the center fielder, Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise walked in the first inning, stole a base, and was able to come around to score off of the double from Burrows. And now it's going to bring up Mr. Wise here with no outs. Pick off attempt over there on Mr. Williams. Way back in safely. Another pick off attempt on Mr. Williams. Mr. Bryan does have a quick pick off attempt at first base, so if he can catch another Panther leading like he did Mr. Marone, Mr. Williams is out on the run, and he's going to steal first base, second base. Wise was trying to square around a show bunt, but didn't make contact. And for strike number 1, going to see if they decide to have Mr. Wise bunting here. And he does not. He's going to hit this ball up the middle, but making the play on this. The shortstop is Vargas. Sets his feet, throws over there to Inman to retire away Wise on the 6-3 putout. But Williams is able to advance to third. So now, going to bring up the designated hitter, Michael Burrows. Burrows did mention double that had scored Wise in the first inning. So he's 1 for 1 on the day. He later then came around to score off the Jalen Monroe single, and Bryant's first offering to Burrows going to miss low and away for ball number 1. 7-2 is our score here in the bottom half of the third inning. Random leading by a score of 7-2. Next offering from Bryant to Burrows misses low and away. Make the count down 2 balls and no strikes. Burrow batting from the right-hand side. Bryant throwing from the right-hand side. Breaking ball. It's going to miss inside. Make the count now 3 balls and no strikes now to the Panthers designated hitter. This next one taking strike all the way. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. First at third base is the Panthers right fielder, Jaden Williams, but this next offering from Bryant is going to miss for ball number 4. So now we have running at first and third. Now to bring up the first baseman, number 30, Jaden Morano. Jaden Morano singled in the first inning. So he's 1 for 1. And now Bryant comes set. Pick off the temp over there on Burrows. Back in safely. Now Bryant's trying to see if he can get a ground ball. Another pick off attempt on Burrows, but he slides back in safely yet again. Offering to the Panthers first baseman is taken for the ball. Jaden Morano. Next offering takes a hack at it, but it's going to foul this one away out of play to the left side. Even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Another pickoff attempt to Mr. Burrows there at first base, but once again back in safely. 1-1 is our count to Mr. Jaden Morano. And ball's going to miss for a ball, but on the stealing second base is Mr. Burrows. Kind of got a late jump. Was able to steal second base. So now runners at second and third to the Panthers first baseman. 2-1 is our count. This one's the next one's gonna be fouled off yet again to the left side, out of play. So now it's gonna even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Panthers are trying to cut into the Tigers' lead right now with runners in scoring position as this next one offering from Bryant misses high. See him patting on his chest indicating to Smiley that he missed with that location. Make the count now full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bryant comes set, kicks, fires, and it's going to be fouled away on the left side, out of play once again as Jaden just trying to stay alive. Jaden Monroe trying to see if he can come clutch here with another base hit. So this one's going to be hit up the middle once again, and Monroe does just that. Comes through with another base hit up the middle, and this one's going to score 2 runs as Jaden Williams and Michael Burrows come around to score. So now it's going to bring up the third baseman, Garland Parker. Garland Parker flying out to the second baseman. His first AB, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. So now score is 7-4 here in the bottom third. Next offering from Bryant. First one to Garland is in for a strike. So now Bryant trying to quickly work ahead to Bryant. This one's going to be a ball is hit off the end of the bat, but not far enough. But it's going to stay in the infield and can't be caught by Jose Vargas for the F6 put out. So now it's going to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Mr. Lee Allen. Mr. Lee Allen walked his first AB. Was left stranded on second. First offering from Bryant misses from ball number 1. 7-4 is our score here in the bottom of the third. Panthers able to at least answer here in the bottom half. Giving up 4 in the top, but able to respond with 2. Got the lead in half now. Another pick-off tip over there to Monroe, but he's back in safely. So now, the 1-0 count. As Mr. Lee flips foul this one straight back to the right side, out of play. Even up the count now, up 1 ball in, 1 strike, 2. The Panthers shortstop. The wind now kind of picked up, boy. Right side may have got Monroe leaning once again, and they got him down in a pickle. They're going to throw this over to Mr. Bryant. So it's going to be the 1-3-6-1 put out. So Mr. Bryant is able to pick off Mr. Monroe for the second time in this contest. And that's going to take us to the top of the 4th inning, but the Panthers do score 2 runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. On we go to the top of the 4th inning. Grambling leaded by a score of 7-4. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, here to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for Tigers be the second baseman, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker takes Mr. Carlton. First offering and misses for a ball. Carlton comes back out for this 4th inning. There is some action going in the Panthers bullpen right now. This next offering to Kyle Walker is going to miss low for ball number 2. So quickly ahead in the count is Walker. 2 balls and no strikes. Carlton next one's going to be a ball that's hit to the outfield, to center field, but kept underneath him is Mr. Garrison Wise to retire away. Mr. Walker on the F8 put out. So now it's going to bring up the first baseman, left-handed hitter, Mr. Ashton Inman. Inman is 0 for 1 on the day with the walk. And a run came around a score earlier last inning. So now Carlton working from the wind up, gets a swing and a miss. The first offering could tell that Eamon was swinging away the first pitch, no matter where it was at, because that ball missed up 2 feet short of play. So now the 0-1 to Mr. Eamon. Eamon's going to ground this out to the second baseman, and he's going to tire away Mr. Eamon, and that's Mr. Forget on the 4-3 put out. So now it'll bring up number 0, Jalen Bennett. Jalen Bennett is 0 for 1 on the day. He reached on safely last inning with the error, trying to bunt down, trying to get himself up and bunt down first base, and Panthers weren't able to record an out there. So now he takes Mr. Carlton's first offering in for a ball. The next one is in for a ball as well. Quickly ahead in the count now is Bennett. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 offering to Mr. Bennett. It's going to be fouled away left side. Make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Correction, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes 6, kicks, fires, misses high. All right, 2 balls and 1 strike. Should be 2-1. So they have the play. So it should be 3 balls and 1 strike. But the home plate umpire might have gotten confused by the scoreboard. So it should be 3 balls and 1 strike to the hitter, Bennett. So now the umpire is going to come together to make sure they have the count correct. As they do come correct, as it is 3 balls and 1 strike now instead of a full count. So 3-1 now to the Tigers right fielder. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and a swing and a miss. In for strike number 2. Make the count now for 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carlton back on the rubber in the windup. Steps, kicks, and fires in a foul ball. Foul straight off the catcher's glove. Couldn't come up with it. We'll go back and do this 3-2 pitch all over again. Carlton comes set, kicks, fires, and the ball's going to miss inside for a ball. So Bennett picks up his second walk in this contest. So no 2 outs. Runner on first base. Now to bring up the designated hitter, Julian Murphy. Julian Murphy is 0 for 2 on the day. Batting from the right-hand side. Next one. First offering in for ball number 1. Missed high. Small lead. First base is Bennett. Set, kicks, and the ball will be lined to the right field. That's going to get down, and Bennett's going to be able to advance from first to third. But a quick throw in from Williams to keep Mr. Murphy only to a single. So first and third for the Tigers, and now we'll bring up the catcher, number 27, DeMarcus Smiley. And now Coach Antoine Wiggins is going to make that walk out to the mound. It looks like we are going to have a pitching change. So we're going to take a step away, and when we come back, we'll be giving you who the new pitcher is for the Panthers right now. Grambling leading by a score of 7-4 here in the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. The new pitcher in now for the Panthers be left-hander number 34, Devin Aguda. 5-foot graduate senior. Graduate out of Sealy, Texas. Transferred from Coastal Bend College. That's his first offering. It's going to miss away to Smiley for ball number 1. Smiley is 1 for 1 on the day with the home run and the intentional walk in the 3rd inning. This next one's going to be a ball that's hit to the left side of the field, but it's going to get under the diving glove of Lee Allen and going to get into left field for a base hit. So Smiley comes through with the 2-out single to score Bennett from third. Now make the score now 8-4 here in the top of the 4th. Now to bring up the shortstop, switch hitter, batting from the right-hand side now, Jose Vargas. Vargas takes strike number 1 from Mr. Aguda. Aguda step off and just start things over again now. So Mr. Carlton, day is over. He was responsible for that runner at third base that came on to score. As this ball's going to get under the glove of Williams, going to go all the way to the field. This ball was hit to right field, and the error is going to allow Vargas to advance all the way to third on the error, and Murphy and Smiley will come around and score. So Vargas gets the single and advances to third all the way off of the E9 from Williams. So now makes the score 10-4 here in the top of the fourth. Gooder's next offer is going to be a ball is hit to forget. And he's just going to flip this over to Mr. Monroe of their first base to retire Thomas on the 4-3 put out. So that's going to take us to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Tigers leading by a score of 10-4 over the Panthers.
Your score.
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Leading off for the Panthers, shortstop number 2, Lee Allen. Lee Allen takes Phillip Bryant's first delivery in for strike number 1. Allen is batted from the right-hand side, walk his first AB, and he takes Bryant's next delivery low for ball number 1, make the count even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bryant sets, fires, misses outside for ball number 2. Some more action going on in Panthers bullpen. Like a right-hander's warming up right now. This next offer is going to be fouled straight back by Allen to even up the count now, but 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got some stretching on right now in the Grambling's bullpen, but it seems like Mr. Bryant is in well control in this contest right now, unless he gets into any damage here in the bottom half, which will make Mr. Pierre, the head coach for Grambling State, get someone up and thrown. But right now, with the 10-4 lead, feel pretty comfortable keeping Bryant out there. Now the 2-2 offering to Mr. Allen. It's going to miss outside, going to get away from Smiley. It's going to make the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bryant looking over the signs with Smiley. Takes a deep breath, and there is time called by Mr. Lee Allen. Talking things over now. Getting set to go here. Umpire ready to go back. Full count to the Panthers shortstop hitter. Next offer is going to miss low and away. Now, Allen is on base for the second time today with this second walk. So now it's going to bring up legend Forget. Had a sacrifice bunt. His first AB. So now we have time. Mr. Pierre wants to talk things over with their starter. So they're going to get some time for anyone to start warming up right now. And we'll step away when we come back to the bottom of the fourth inning. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Meeting adjourned. So now we're set to go here. No outs here. Lee Allen wants to steal on the first pitch as he's going to steal that base safely. As Forget was squared around, indicating bunt, but was unable to make contact, but that ball falls in for a strike. So now Allen is standing at second with the stolen base. Forget batting from the right hand side. Hits this to the left hand side, and it's going to be a ball. It's going to get away as Vargas tried to take the play where it took him. So the ball was hit to his right hand side, so he figured he had a better shot of throwing out Mr. Allen at third, but the ball got away and was a tough throw for Mr. Buford to dig out. So Mr. Forget's going to reach base safely on the fielder's choice, but the error will allow Mr. Allen to score. So now it's going to make this a 10-5 game, and it's going to bring up Mason Hilsky. It's 0 for 1 on their first pickoff attempt over there. Don't forget. Not showing that he wanted to run right there. His first offering to Hilsky is in for ball number 1. 1-0 to the Panthers catcher. 10-5 is our score here in the bottom of the fifth. Excuse me, the fourth. Forget's on the run as a mishit and run, and this ball is going to hit Bryant in the head on the throwdown. So we're going to see if they're going to look Mr. Bryant over. He's indicating that he's fine. But I think Mr. Pierre is going to come out here, check on him for himself, as the throwdown from Smiley came up and hit Mr. Bryant on his way to second. So, and Mr. Bryant is showing that it hit him on his shoulder. So he's saying that he's fine, but they're just going to go out there and double check for him. So we're going to step away. No, we'll stay right here. As looks like Mr. Bryant is indicating that he's fine. As Mr. Pierre and the home plate umpire, Mr. Kennedy, discussing some things. So now it looks like we're ready to resume back into play. So warming up right now in the Tigers bullpen is number 33, Mr. Miguel Baez. So we're going to know that was just buying some time for the reliever, as this next offering, the 1-1 offering to Hilsky, misses away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Panthers trying to keep themselves alive here in this contest in game number 2. Trailing right now by a score of 10-5. Anything is possible. All it just takes is 1 inning to turn things around. Trying to see if they can get their 1 good inning here. The 3-1 offering from Bryant to Hilsky is going to be taken in for a ball. So now it's going to take Hilsky to first base. And it'll bring up the left fielder, number 29, Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to first base, his first debut. So now we'll see what he has in store here, his second debut. Running on first and second, no outs here. He's just going to indicate bunt. First one charging in was Mr. Ashton Eman to try to see if he can get a play and get up the lead runner out at third. That ball misses. Ball number 1. Bryant comes set, and this next one is going to miss. Ball number 2 as Mr. Williams is indicating that he is trying to lay down a bunt, but isn't going to do so unless it's inside the zone. So he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Coming around squaring bunts again. He's going to get this bunt down. Bunts down the third base side. He's going to try to have a play at first. And they're going to see if Walker stayed on the bag at first. And they're going to say he did. But Williams did a nice job. Tried to catch Grambling sleeping with the bunt. Tried to put the bunt down right between third and shortstop. But right in the range of Forget. Did catch him leaning. Burrow didn't catch him leaning going to the bag, but he was able to retire away Williams. So now we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 4. The runners will advance from to second and third. And I'll bring up the leadoff batter now, Jaden Williams, the right fielder. Gets this one. This ball's going to be down on the right side for a fair ball. This is going to be trouble. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Jaden Williams is going to be sent around going to third base, and he's going to be in with the 1 out triple. Got this ball down the right field line and just stayed fair. So now it's going to bring up the center fielder, Garrison Wise. 10-7 is our score here in the bottom of the 4th. So it looks like Mr. Pierre has seen enough out of his starting here in this inning, and that's going to end his afternoon. So that will end Mr. Bryant's day. We're going to take a quick break and we'll step away. When we come back, we'll resume here in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Grambling leading by a score of 10-7. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The new pitcher for the Grambling State Tigers is number 33, Miguel Baez. As Mr. Phillip Bryant's evening is done, as he does go 3 innings in the 3rd and giving up 5 hits, 7 runs, 7 of those being earned, 4 walks, striking out none. But he is responsible for the runner on third base. So now Miguel's Baez first assignment is going to be the Panthers' 2-hole hitter, center fielder, Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise is 0 for 1 on the day so far. Does have a run scored and a stolen base. Garrison Wise trying to see if he can just make this a 2-run score. Takes Mr. Miguel's first offering outside for ball number 1. Miguel, right-hander, coming in, working from the stretch, set kicks, and this ball's going to hit to Jose Vargas. He's going to field it and be able to retire Mr. Garrison Wise, but Jaden Williams will come around to score from third. So, makes it 10-8 off the 6-3 put out. Now to bring up the designated hitter, number 18, Michael Burrows. Burrows is 1 for 1 on the day, double back in the first, walked in the third. First offering from Baez to Burrows misses. Break the ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Working from the windup, offers a breaking ball, drops in there for strike number 1. You'd up the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. His next offering misses high. Make it 2 balls and a strike now. Getting some action going on in the Panthers dugout right now is number 17, Victor Mendoza. So Baez sets, and this ball's going to be a chopper hit to third baseman Cameron Buford, and Buford's going to be able to retire Mr. Burrows on a 5-3 putout, and that's going to end the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Panthers, getting 4 runs off 2 hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Grambling leading by a score of 10-8 here on we go to top of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, as Victor Mendoza is our new pitcher in for this contest. First comes in throwing a strike. First pitch comes in. Next ball's fouled off by the Tigers' leadoff batter, Tiger Broom. Now he's quickly down. No balls and 2 strikes, and he's going to go down on strikes. So Mendoza comes in throwing strikes and retires away Tiger Broom on 3 pitches. So now it'll bring up the third baseman Cameron Buford, and Mendoza comes in throwing yet another strike. Ready, set, deal again. Drops in a curveball in for strike number 2. So quickly 5 pitches, 5 strikes, as Mendoza is told to slow down by the home plate umpire Kennedy. Mendoza was in the groove that he set 0-2 pitches. This ball misses down in the dirt, so you kind of sense that maybe he kind of could have had an immaculate inning right there if he didn't get called out by times by the home plate umpire. But now we're looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one's going to be a swing and a miss. Down goes on strike does Cameron Buford. So Mendoza comes in this top half of the inning. 7 pitches at 2 strikeouts. So now to bring up the second baseman, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker takes a breaking ball and misses. It's for ball 1. One offering is a ball that's going to be hit in. It's going to drop in the center field, and Walker is going to reach base safely with the 2-out base hit. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, number 21, Ashton Eamon. Eamon is over 2 on the day with a walk. Mendoza, first offering to Eamon, misses inside for ball number 1. 10-8 is our score here in the top of the 5th inning. Next offering from Mendoza misses down low and away. Ball number 2. Mendoza does have a quick delivery to first from home. So kind of throwing off the timing. Walker wanting to trying to get a steal over there. So now next offering is a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. And this next one's going to hit Eamon this time. Just kind of tell that Mr. Eamon is a bit frustrated by that one. Or if he's standing in the box to make sure that he didn't interfere this time. But he finally makes his way down to first base. So now we go from 7 pitches to 2 outs to now 2 outs, 4 pitches, and runners on first and second. And now we'll bring up the right fielder, Mr. Jalen Bennett. Jalen Bennett, strike number 1. down. No balls and 1 strike. Mendoza next offering is a ball that's going to be hit but out of play to the right side. It's going to be in Grambling State bullpen. So now quickly Mendoza is ahead. No balls. 2 strikes. This next one's going to be fouled off away again. Right back in the same spot. Almost some deja vu. Now, we count. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runners on first and second. Mendoza working from the stretch. Kicks, fires, and ball's going to miss. Low and away for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the Tigers right fielder. Bennett is 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks, and this next one's going to be just foul straight back just to stay alive. On deck for the Tigers is the designated hitter, Julian Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 3 on the day. The run scored. Now Mendoza comes set, kicks, fires. The ball's going to be hit to the shortstop, Mr. Lee Allen. Allen's going to flip this over to forget to retire the Tigers on that field of choice. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tigers get no runs off 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Only go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Grambling State leading by a score of 10-8. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the bottom half of the 5th inning. This 5th inning being brought to you by the Temple of Refuge Ministries. You can always listen live each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time by dialing 857-777-0000. Building the kingdom, one soul at a time. Up now in the bottom half of this inning for the Panthers is going to be the 4-5-6 hole, and that leading off will be Jaden Monroe. Monroe is 1 for 2 on the day with 3 RBIs, but does have 2 mental errors, being picked off twice in this contest. Now, Monroe gets his 3rd crack of things here, trying to lead off this inning for the Panthers. Comes up swinging, kinda got caught up on the swing right there, locked up inside. Now 0-1, and this one's going to be a ground ball that's going to be received off the mound by Mr. Miguel Baez, and he's going to be able to retire away Mr. Monroe on the 1-3 put out. So now it's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, number 23, Garland Parker. Garland Parker is 0 for 2 on the day. Flying out, second base, and shortstop. It's Miguel's first pitch to Parker is in for a strike. 0-1 offering from Baez is fouled away. 3rd base side. Foul. Quickly ahead is Baez. No balls and 2 strikes. Some more stretching looks like going on in the Grambling dugout right now, as this one is going to be a breaking ball that's going to drop in for strike number 3. And that's going to catch Garland off guard. He's going to go down on strikes, looking for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Mr. Lee Allen Jr. Allen Jr. doesn't have an at bat just yet. This walked first 2 previous at bats. The first one he takes in for a strike. The next one comes up swinging, ended up off a knee. 1 knee on that one. came up whiffing on that one, so now he's quickly down. No balls and 2 strikes. Baez quickly working now. Set kicks, fires, the balls missed. Rolling away now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 10-8 is our score here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Baez now works 2 outs, 1-2 pitches. Taken for ball number 2, even up the count now. On deck for the Panthers, second baseman, legend Forget is 0 for 1 on the day with his stolen base and the run scored. Baez's 2-2 offering is taken low for ball number 3. So now to make the count now full. Yeah, did a nice job from working this count back full. Was now 0-2. Baez gets his sign, checks the glove, comes set, kicks, and this one's going to be a ground ball hit to Jose Vargas, coming in charging, making the skip throw over to Inman to retire Allen on the 6-3 putout. And that's going to take us to the top half of the 6th inning. Panthers get no runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Grambling leading by a score of 10-8. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top half of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Tigers, it's the designated hitter, Julian Murphy. And he files his first pitch straight back from Mendoza. Mendoza is going to get this 6th inning of work now. Next pitch is taken, swung on and a miss. Quickly ahead is Mendoza. No balls and 2 strikes. Set, breaking balls, going to miss high. And Hill's telling Mendoza, settle down just a little bit. Now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck for the Tigers, catcher DeMarcus Smiley, and Murphy just going to foul this one away to the right side of the field. So now, count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Batting from the right-hand side is Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 3 on the day. This one's going to be fouled off yet again. So Murphy is just battling in there, staying alive. Mendoza's 1-2 pitches, another breaking ball, but Murphy just going to fight this one off and foul it off once again. Murphy did a nice job of showing some awareness of staying. Mendoza's going to make a nice play off the mound, fielding that ball that was hit back up the middle, and was able to stop before it got past the pitcher's mound to retire Mr. Murphy on the 1-3 putout. Who says pitchers can't come off and field the ball? Beg to differ. The pitchers are athletes too. So now Mendoza working quickly ahead. Offers a breaking ball to Mr. Smiley, swinging a miss for strike number 1. Next 0-1 offering is taken for ball number 1. Even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Smiley is 2 for 2 on the day with the home run and a single and a walk. Next breaking ball is missed for ball number 2. Almost caught Smiley leaning right there. Swing at it, but shows some great plate discipline to hold off. 2-1 pitch from Mendoza is going to be fouled straight back. So you've up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Tigers catcher. Clouds now kind of coming into factor now. Wind still blowing. Now it's kind of blowing more towards right field now. That's his next 2-2 offerings. Going to miss. Even up the count now. Make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Smiley. Mendoza's full count offering is a ball that's going to be hit straight back. And this one is going to go. Smiley with this second home run on the day. And you kind of knew once Smiley made contact with that one, it was gone. So now Smiley is going to extend the Tigers' lead. 11-8 now here in the top of the 6th. So now we'll bring up shortstop number 13, Jose Vargas. Those are the next pitches. It's going to be lined in the gap, but making cut it off is Williams to get it back in quickly and to only keep Vargas to a single. So now it's going to bring up the center fielder, Martavius Thomas. Thomas is 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles. Offering, first one from Mendoza is taken low for ball 1. Pick off a tip over there. Mendoza tried to catch. Vargas leaning just a little bit, but back in safely. Another quick pick off attempt, but back in safely yet again. So now Bryant takes Mendoza 1-0 offering low, make the count down 2 balls and no strikes. No action going on in the Panthers bullpen right now. This next one is a 2-0. It's taken in for another ball, make it 3 balls and no strikes now. To the Tigers center fielder. On deck is the left fielder, Mr. Burham, as this one's going to miss for a 4-pitch walk. So Vargas will advance to second. Thomas issued first base off of the walk. So now it's going to bring up Tiger Burham. Burham is 2 for 3 on the day with a walk and a strikeout and a home run. Now Helsky wants to talk things over with Mr. Mendoza, trying to see if they can come up together with the ground ball pitch to get him out this inning. As his first one's fouled away right side. Make the count now 1 ball. No balls and 1 strike. Mendoza working from the stretch. Comes set, kicks, fires, offers a breaking ball, but it's going to miss inside. Kind of see disagree. Thought it caught the inside. To the left-hand batter, Burrow. But even count 1 ball, 1 strike. The next one is going to miss low. Make the count now 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Grambling leading by a score, 11-8. Due to the solo home run by DeMarcus Smiley earlier in the 6th inning. So now 3-1 offering from Mendoza is going to be a line ball. It's going to be fouled. That one screamed out of here. That one would have stayed in fair play territory. That one could have been some danger too, but now it's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. See, the Tigers want to put the runners in motion and they decide not to. This one's going to be fouled off by Broom. Make the count now still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on deck. It's third baseman Cameron Buford. Mendoza's 3-2 pitches. The ball is hit to left field. Making a run on is Williams, and he's going to camp under that one and retire away. Mr. Burrow on the F7 put out. So now it's going to bring up Buford with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Buford is 0 for 3 on the day with the hit by pitch. Come back early in the first inning as Mendoza drops in the curveball in there for strike number 1. Mendoza, next one is going to be in for strike number 2, and Buford seems a bit disgusted by that call. Thought it was an outside pitch, but now I'm making no balls and 2 strikes, and this one's going to be fouled straight back. As you kind of saw that Jose Vargas kept taking a bigger lead there at second, so you kind of see he was getting the timing off of Mendoza right now. So try to see, no one's currently holding them on right now, but nobody goes that this ball's going to be hit. Foul might be out of play, and it is going to be out of play. As looks like Jalen Monroe tried to make a spectacular play. It looks like he dove over the fence in the Grambling dugout bullpen area. But from my fielding position, don't look like Mr. Monroe is going to even come close to catching that one, but you do applaud him putting the effort trying to get that one. But now it's going to keep the count now, and no balls and 2 strikes here to Mr. Cameron Buford. 0-2 offering is going to be taken low and away. Make the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mendoza checks on Vargas at second. Vargas dancing out there, and this one's going to miss low for a ball. Make the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza comes set, kicks, fires, and that's going to miss outside. Make the count now full, and the runners will be on the go here now. Full count pitch comes in, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. Down for his 3rd strikeout of the day is Buford, and that will take us to the bottom half of the 6th inning. But the Tigers get 1 run off 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. The Grambling State Tigers leading by a score of 11-8. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Panthers. Still out there pitching for the Tigers. He's number 33, Miguel Baez. Leading off for the Tigers, for the Panthers, will be the second baseman, Legend Forget. Forget is 0 for 1 on the day so far with the stolen base. Forget. First pitch swinging, offers. This ball is going to go straight to center field, making a run on it and making the catch. Running into the warning track is Mr. Thomas. The wind kind of carried that one, but Thomas had a good read on that one to retire away Mr. Forget on the F8 put out. So now to bring up the catcher, Mason. Mason takes ball 1 from Miguel, as we have some substitution now. Coming in to play third base will be Benjamin Yarbrough for the Panthers. Coming in for Garland Parker. So Mason fouls off. That one even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 offering from Miguel is a breaking ball, but that one doesn't fall in there. Make it count now. 2 balls and a strike now to the Panthers catcher on deck. For the Panthers, 9-hole inning. This ball's hit up the middle, retrieved by Jose Vargas. Sets, fires, and fires over a strike over there to his teammate, Mr. Ashton Inman, to retire Mason Hilstey on the 6-3 put out. So now it's going to bring up Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is 0 for 1 on the day with the sacrifice bunt, going back into the 4th inning. Now, Trying to see him keep this inning alive with a 2-out hit. This ball's going to skip and 2 feet short of plate for ball number 1 to the Panthers' 9-hole hitter. Batting from the left-hand side. Takes Miguel's next 1-0 offering outside. Make the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. Miguel working from the windup, kicks, sets, fires, and gets a swing in and a miss. Ball was out of the zone. Williams felt it in his mind that he was swinging. Guards make 2 balls and 1 strike. Now he gets handcuffed in on that swing and they count now even at 2 balls and a strike down to the Panthers left fielder. Miguel now rear backed, offer up this 2-2 offering. This one's going to be fouled. And going to be still in play, but not near in fair territory now. Make the count even now, still at 2 balls and 2 strikes down to Williams. Miguel sets, fires, and this one's going to be in for a strike number 3. Called in at the knees, goes down, looking, does Williams. So now it's going to bring up and take us to the top of the 7th inning. The Panthers get no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. On we go to the top of the 7th. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast. Listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Tigers is the second baseman, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is 2 for 4 on the day with 2 singles as he takes Mendoza. His first offering misses high for ball number 1. Mendoza still getting the nod here in the 7th inning. He gets Walker out in front on that swing right there. Make the count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering is a breaking ball and misses. 2 balls and a strike now. Doza's 2-1 offering is another breaking ball that misses inside. Now make the count now, 3 balls and a strike now to the Tigers' second baseman. On deck is Ashton Eamon. Eamon is 0 for 2 on the day as his next one is a strike in there. Make the count now full. Kyle Walker discussing things with Mr. Bennett. Things for Shan. This one's going to be outside for a ball. Thought Mr. Mendoza retired Mr. Walker on strike 3, looking like that one, but Mr. Kenneth said no, sir, it's a bet outside. So Mr. Walker is going to be on for the 3rd time today with the walk. And I bring up Ashton Inman. Inman takes Mendoza's first pitch inside for ball number 1. Inman, as I mentioned, is 0 for 2 with the walk and a hit by pitch. And his next offering from Mendoza misses low and inside for ball number 2. Make it 2 balls and no strikes now to the Tigers' first baseman. As there's a stoppage in the play right now. Yes. Coach Happy is going to make his way out there to the pitcher's mound, talk things over to kind of settle down Mr. Mendoza right now. Been having to work behind the count a lot early in this inning right now, so Mr. Happy wants to try and settle him down right now here. Didn't know earlier making his way out to the mound, looked like he was going to give Mr. Mendoza sleeve with the pitchings. He's having trouble missing his location, trying to call his own game. So I don't know if Mr. Happy wants to come in and settle him down, take back control of this game. He's still in this ball game right now, trailing by a score 11-8 here in the top of the 7th. So that is the Panthers second visit of this contest. So they have 3 remaining. So now we are ready to resume as the 2-0 offering is in for striking at the knees. So far, as Mendoza almost got Mr. Walker there as he was just ready to take his lead, but able to retreat back to first base. As Walker is on the run, as a miss hit and run, as this ball's going to be down, as Mr. Lee Allen thought that they got Mr. Walker out at second, but Mr. Walker was able to avoid the tag. So now Mr. Walker is going to have second base and his second stolen base of the day. So now to make the count, 2 balls and a strike now to Mr. Ashton Inman, and Inman takes that ball low to make the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza, pick off attempt. Just keep Mr. Walker there honest. Back at second base. Don't let him get any more big of a lead. Trying to score from anything hit out in the outfield. This ball's going to be lined. Prairie dug out and had to duck for cover right there. But now, it's going to keep the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. On deck is Mr. Bennett, as this one's going to miss inside apparently now. So now it's going to make the bases with runners at first and second. It's going to bring up number 0, Jalen Bennett. Jalen Bennett is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. Looks like they're starting to get some action going on now in the Panthers bullpen right now, as Jalen Bennett was indicating bunt, but had to pull back. Ball missed high and inside for ball number 1. So the corner's in for Panthers. That this ball's going to be bunt, but it's going to be bunt out of play for ball to make the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So now Monroe, the first baseman, is about 5 steps in front of the first base as now Mendoza tried to pick off Kyle Walker there at second base, but back in safely. Now the 1-1 pitch. Bennett swearing around bunt early, and Benjamin Yarbrough is going to take this one, and it's going to be thrown away. Going to scamper out there to the outfield and come around to score will be Walker. So Yarbrough couldn't come through on the throw to forget covering first base. It was low and away. So now it's going to have runners at second and third off the E5. Big score now, 12-8 here in top of the 7. No outs here. We have a designated hitter now, number 24 for the Tigers, Aries Gardner. Aries Gardner takes the first one and for strike number 1. It's going to come in to hit for the designated hitter, Murphy. So Murphy's day is done at 1-4 for the day. So now he takes this next one for ball, make the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next one is check swing and go down to third base to appeal, and they say he held up. Make the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Mendoza next offering misses low and inside. Make the count now, 3 balls and 1 strike now to the pinch hitter Arius Gardner. Runners at second and third. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Mendoza's 3-1 offering is a breaking ball that falls in there for a strike. Make the count now full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is the dangerous hitter today. Mr. DeMarcus Smiley has 2 home runs in this contest. This next one is a swing and a miss from Aries. That's going to retire Mr. Aries Gardner. So now it's going to bring up the catcher, number 27, DeMarcus Smiley. Mention is 3 for 3 on the day with 2 home runs as he takes Mendoza's first offering in there for a strike. Did homer off of Mendoza last inning. Mendoza comes set, kicks, and this breaking ball. So now I thought it was a strike regardless, but the home plate umpire thought he held up, but then he was able to point down the third base umpire to see if he'd win, and he did, so it makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. As this next one is misses inside, as Smiley has to duck and dodge to avoid from being hit by that pitch. Make the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the next one is a strike taken right down the middle, and DeMarcus Smiley is going to retire down on strikes. Strikes looking.
Shortstop, 13. Jose Vargas.
So Smiley records his first out of the day, and the Panthers glad to see that man walking back into the dugout. So now let's bring up the shortstop, Jose Vargas. Vargas takes strike number 1. 12-8 is our score here in the top of the 7th. Grambling leading by a score of 12-8. Mendoza working from the stretch, kicks, fires, and ball misses. High to Vargas, making that 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at second and third, comes set, kicks, and this one's a swing and a miss as runner is coming, and this one's going to be a play at the plate, and Mr. Eamon got a late jump off the pass ball, but Mr. Eamon did appear to get under the tag by Mendoza that was covering home plate. So Eamon's going to come around to score off the pass ball. And Bennett advances to third as Vargas going to retire down on strike swinging. So that will take us to the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers get 2 runs off of no hits, 2 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Only go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Panthers leading by a score. The Tigers leading by a score of 13-8. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 7th inning is being brought to you by Prairie Athletic Club, serving student athletes since 1986. For more information on how to become a member, now 936-857-5817. That's for Greg Austin. Panthers coming to this bottom half of the 5th inning, trailing by a score of 13-8. As Grambling was victorious yesterday in Game 1 by a score of 19-3. Improved their record to 8-1 in conference. And the Panthers' record goes to 4-6. As Mr. Smiley seems to be shaken up after the warm-up. Got hit in the area you don't want to get hit in, but he seems to be all right. So now We get set to go here for the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bring up the right fielder for the Panthers. It's number 1, Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams takes Miguel Baez's first delivery for ball number 1. Williams is 1 for 2 on the day with the stolen base. Takes the next one. That's in for a strike in the inside corner. Make the count even up that 1 ball and 1 strike. Baez's 1-1 is taken for a ball. Make the count now 2 balls and a strike now to the Panthers right fielder. On deck is Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise is 0 for 2 on the day with a stolen base and a run scored. If this ball is fouled away to the Panthers dugout to make the count even up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baez working from the windup set. Kicks flying. This ball is going to be shot into the gap, and that's going to get down. Jaden is going to have 2 as Thomas makes a bad read off of that one that goes. But able to have his back out there is Borum to prevent from Williams getting the third base. So now it's going to bring up Garrison Wise up to the plate after the 2-run double. Excuse me, the leadoff double by Jaden Williams, as during that play, the pitcher Miguel Baez tripped off the mound. He seems to be all right. Kind of laughing, shaking things off, more of pride and embarrassment than anything from injury. So good to see that he's back and ready to go. That's his next pitch to Garrison Wise. Breaking ball misses for ball number 1. Wise batting from the right-hand side. Miguel, right-hand delivery is short. Nice block by Smiley to keep Williams at second base. Williams got about halfway to third base, but decided to retrieve all the way back. Didn't get far enough to his liking. So now make the count now. 2 balls and a strike. No strikes to the Panthers center fielder as he's taking all the way, and this one's a strike right down the middle to make the count now. 2 balls and a strike now. Panthers' only time leading in this game came back in the first inning and have been trailing ever since. This ball's going to be fouled straight back out of play. Make the count now, even it. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Garrison Wise. Some action going on right now in Grambling bullpen. Baez, 6 seconds remaining on the pitch clock, and he's just going to step off. So now he's going to be able to get a fresh new time. He almost got the pitch clock violation right there. 6 seconds, so now I got a fresh new 20 seconds now. Comes set. Checks on Williams, sick. Fires, and this one's going to be fouled off of Wise in the batter's box. Count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is the designated hitter Michael Burrows. Burrows is 1 for 2 on the day with the walk and a stolen base. Also does have an RBI. Now Wise here takes Baez's pitch outside. Grambling thought they got him on that one on the outside, but Mr. Kendall said no sir and make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Baez checks on Williams. Look, comes in. Williams is on the run, and this is going to be a hit and run. But Bias Buford able to make the play at third. A high chopper was hit to third base, but Buford was able to come down with it to retire away Wise on the 5-3 putout. But Williams does get credit for the stolen base. So now, gotta bring up Michael Burrows, but one out and runner on third base. Baez comes sets. First offering to Burrows is in there for strike number one. Warming up for Grambling. Number 40, Javier Martinez. As this next one is a ball that's going to be missed and blocked, and it's going to get away from Smiley and far enough for Mr. Williams to come around to score from third base. So that's a wild pitch from Mr. Baez, and now to make the score 13-9. As his next one just misses away terribly in the other's batter's box to make the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike now. So the Panthers' designated hitter on deck is first baseman Jalen Monroe. Monroe 2 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs himself. As takes this next one in for a ball, make it 3 balls and 1 strike. As Cal Walker wants to go talk things over with his pitcher right now, Mr. Baez, trying to get him settled down here. You can tell that Mr. Walker is a focal point for this Tigers defense up the middle, as he has the duty of batting 3-0-2. Typically, you usually don't see second baseman batting 3-0 in today's game, but a lot of statistics will make you change your lineup. The best way to win ball games. So now, next offering from Baez is going to miss. Low and away. Now bring up Jaden Monroe. So Burrows able to reach base for the 3rd time today for his 2nd walk. So they bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno, mentioned, is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs in today's contest, trying to see if we can improve his stat line with another base hit for today. Small lead for Burrows there. First offering from Baez misses outside to Monroe for ball number 1. 13-9 is our score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Burrows leading off at first. Pick off attempt from Baez to Burrows, plays back in safely. Monroe batting from the left-hand side. Has the advantage, sees the ball a lot clear coming from the right-hand perspective. Baez comes set, kicks, fires in a strike right down the middle. Even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Baez comes set, kicks, fires, and a ground ball is hit to the right side, but it's going to get through. 43 hole, this ball's going to get away from Bennett for a second, but he's able to get it back in. But Burrows is going to be able to advance to third base, and Monroe picks up his 3rd hit of the day. So now you have runners at 1st and 3rd, and now it's going to bring up the defensive substitution that came in earlier, Benjamin Yarbrough. Yarbrough is going to get his first plate appearance today. Yarbrough comes in batting from the right-hand side. And Baez's first pitch to Yarbrough is taken right down the middle for strike number 1. Baez checks on Mr. Monroe over there at first base. This next offering is taken away for ball number 1. Even up the count. Yeah, 1 ball and 1 strike. Grambling is trying to find if they can get the ground ball they're looking for to get themselves out of this inning to stop the Panthers from getting into their lead right now. This next offering from Baez misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now to the Panthers' newly third baseman. Baez glances over at first. Comes sets. Kicks. Monroe is on the run, but this one is going to hit Yarbrough. So now that's going to load up the bases for the shortstop, number 2, Lee Allen, and looks like Mr. Pierre has seen enough, and looks like he is going to make that pitching change. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll be back in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Panthers are threatening with the bases loaded, 1 out, trailing by a score of 13-9. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 7th inning. The new pitcher is number 40, Javier Martinez, and Martinez comes in with the bases loaded. So now it's going to bring up Mr. Allen. Correction, we have a substitute hitter right now. Looks like it's going to be number 24, Tyron Norris, that is hitting now for Mr. Lee Allen. And Tyron Norris takes Mr. Martinez's first pitch for ball number 1. So now Martinez offers in a strike to Mr. Tyron Norris as Mr. Coach Antoine decides to go into his bench and go one of the big bats to see if we can spark something to his lineup. So now Martinez's next 1-1 offering misses. Nice stop by Smiley to keep the runners where they're at. Now makes a count now. 2 balls and a strike now to the pinch hitter, Tyron Norris. Usually is the designated hitter for the Panthers. So now Martinez comes set, kicks, fires, ball misses high. Make the count now. 3 balls and a strike now to Mr. Tyron Norris. 13-9 is our score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Panthers have 1 out here with the bases loaded. Martinez comes set, kicks, fires in a strike. Tyron Norris thought that might have been a ball. Now to make the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez, right-hander, 6'2", redshirt senior. And he gets Tyron Norris down on strike swinging for the 2nd out in this inning. So now it's going to bring up Legend Fadette. Yet is 0 for 2 on the day. Stolen base. So now he comes up. Single. Cut this lead down into 2. So now Martinez's first offering to forget is low and away for ball number 1. Batting from the right-hand side. Martinez comes set, kicks, offers that one and misses. Outside, make the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez came in with the bases loaded and was able to recover 1 out. And next offering 2. Forget is in for strike number 1. Now count is set at 2 balls and 1 strike. Martinez comes set, kicks, fires in, another strike in now, makes the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now big 2-2 pitch coming here from Martinez. Sets, kicks, and they're going to say that Forget did not hold up his swing on that one. So Martinez comes in and strikes out the 2 batters he sees and leaves the bases loaded. A huge strikeout. So that's going to take us to the top of the 8th inning. The Panthers only able to come away with 1 run and 2 hits. No errors. 3 runners left on base. On we go to the top of the 8th inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Tigers, Martavius Thomas. First pitch, foul straight back as next offering from Mendoza is in for strike number 2. Quickly ahead is Mendoza. No balls or 2 strikes to the Tigers center fielder. Next one is hit high, but might have a play in his yard, but and still in fair territory, and the ball blowing back and able to make an adjustment on the play was Yarbrough, an outstanding catch. So now that's going to retire Mr. Thomas on the F5 put out and make him 2 for 4 on the day. So now to bring up the leadoff batter, number 2, Tiger Borum. Borum is 2 for 4 on the day with the home run. His first offering is taken for ball number 1. 13-9 is our score. Mendoza next offering to Borum is taken high and outside for ball number 2. Mendoza kicks, fired, strike. Make the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mendoza drops in a breaking ball and then miss outside. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 offering from Mendoza is taken inside. Mendoza thought he might have caught the inside corner of him, but to no avail. Mr. Borum is awarded first base with this second walk of the day. So now to bring up the third baseman, Cameron Buford. Buford, first pitch swinging, fouled that one off. Third base side. Mr. Buford comes in with the hat trick, trying to not wear the sombrero on strikeouts in this one. Struck out in the 2nd, the 5th, and the 6th. He's 0 for 4 on the day with the walk and the stolen base as he takes his next offering from Mendoza and misses. Make the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mendoza is not missing by much. This next one misses high. Of course, when I say that, misses high on that one. Make the count now, 2 balls and a strike now. As Mendoza tried to catch Mr. Broom there at first base with the pickoff attempt, but he was able to retrieve back safely. Next offering from Mendoza is a swing and a miss from Buford. Had him out in front off the breaking ball, so now make the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza pitch misses high and outside. Make the count now full. Three-two pitches swung on and 4. Strike number 3. Buford woes continues today as he homered yesterday. But since struck out 4 times today, so now to bring up second baseman Kyle Walker. So this one is going to hit Kyle Walker. Looks like Walker might have had some words to say to Mendoza after that pitch. Now it's going to take the first baseman up to the plate, Mr. Ashton Eamon. Eamon's going to ground this one to Monroe, and Monroe is just going to be able to step on the bag himself at first base. So that will retire the Tigers here in the 8th inning. They get no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. All we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Grambling State 19, Prairie Panthers 9. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Panthers have some more substitution in now. Batting for Hilski is going to be number 44, Michael Smith. Michael Smith getting his first look in today's action. He takes Martinez's first pitch low and away for ball number 1. And on deck for the Panthers, grabbing the bat, will be number 26, Marshall Jonas. As Martinez's 1-0 offering misses away. Make the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 8th. Smith batting from the right-hand side. Takes his Mr. Martinez 2-0 offering and misses low for ball number 3. I'm pretty sure Mr. Smith might be taken all the way here on this 3-0 pitch. Martinez comes set, kicks, and this one is in for a strike. Now make the count now, 3 balls and 1 strike now. To the Panthers pinch hitter, Michael Smith. Comes set, and this is going to be a strike on the outside corner. And looks like Panther fans are disagreeing with home plate umpire Kenneth Smith, shaking his head and disagreeing, but nevertheless, it's full count here. Full count pitch is taken outside, low and away, and Mr. Smith will be awarded first base. So now comes up to the bat, number 26, Marshall Jonas. So with that now, Coach Wiggins brought off the bench. His best bats trying to come back into this game. So Jonas comes in hitting for the left fielder, Williams. So now it looks like Raymond Dalvin Pierre wants to talk things over. Once again, get clarifying how many substitutions they have, Malbus they have left. Currently, there's no action going on in the Grambling State bullpen right now. So they are going to do just that. So we're going to step away for momentarily. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Set to go here in the bottom of the 8th. One runner on first as Michael Smith. Up to bat is Marshall Jonas. Marshall Jonas takes Martinez's breaking ball. That is called for a strike on the outside. Even up the count now out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Martinez working from the right hand side, comes set. Next offering's taken low for ball number 2. On deck for the Panthers, number 1, Jaden Williams. Martinez 2-1 offering to Jonas is taken high and outside to make the count now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Work hard, man. Work hard.
Panthers trailing by a score of 13-9. Trying to see if they can come in and take the lead right here. This bottom half of the inning. Next one's going to miss outside for ball number 4. So now, runners on first and second now. It's going to bring up Jaden Williams. It looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter now for Marshall Jonas. Coming in for Marshall Jonas is Cameron Franklin. He'll be doing the pinch running. Redshirt freshman out of Cypress, Texas. Now, we have runners on first and second. Corners in for Grambling, just in case Mr. Williams wants to lay down a bunt. And he is wanting to lay down a bunt, and he's going to pull back successfully, but that ball is going to miss outside for ball 1. Make the count now, 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 offering from Martinez. As the ball is going to be down the line. Making a play is making a diving play, but not coming away with it is the right fielder. And this ball is going to be down. 2 runs are going to score. And Jaden Williams is going to be in with the no out. 2 RBI triple. So now we have a 13-11 score. And it's going to bring up the center fielder, Garrison Wise. So Williams picking up his second triple in today's contest. Looks like now there's some action going on in the Grambling State Tigers bullpen. Looks like that's number 16 right now. Brett Washington is getting loose. Looking like Mr. Pierre is not in no hurry right now. We have a whole new ball game here. Panthers trailing by a score of 13-11. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Running on third base. Garrison Wise is our new batter. Next ball is missed outside. Low, nice block by Smiley. Now, make the count 1 ball and no strikes. Wise takes Martinez 1-0 off from low and away. Make the count down 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez comes set, kicks, fires, and that's going to be called strike in at the knees. Make the count now. 2 balls and a strike now to the center fielder. Wise is 0 for 3 on the day with the walk in and stolen base. The run scored. But one huge hit can get the run down, lead down to 1, and he's going to do just that. Jose Vargas making a nice play up the middle to prevent Wise from getting his first hit of the day. But the out is successful enough to score Jaden Williams from third base on the 6-3 putout. So now the score, Grambling leading by a score now of 13-12. Now it's going to bring up Michael Burrows, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 2 on the day with 2 walks, and he takes Martinez's first offering, going outside for ball number 1. The Panthers are looking to trying to even up this series here, trying to see if they can come back and steal game 2. Next one is in for strike. Even up the count 9, 1 ball and 1 strike now to the Panthers' designated hitter. Burrows takes a swing at this one. Going to be fouled down the right field. It's going to take a bounce out of play. And now it's going to make the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck for the Panthers, first baseman Jaden Monroe. This one fouled straight back. Smith just staying alive. 1-2 is to count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Panthers able to score 3 runs here in their bottom half of the 8th. Martinez comes set, kicks, fires, and this one's going to be hit to Buford at third base. And Buford's able to get another put out in this series. You'll have yourself a busy 2 days so far. So now it's going to bring up Jaden Monroe. Jaden Monroe is 3 for 4 on the day. So now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Jaden takes Martinez's first pitch outside for ball number 1. Monroe heading the count 1-0. Martinez 1-0 offering is taken inside in for ball number 2. Make the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Monroe does have the power to tie this contest with 1 swing at the bat, but you're just trying to put anything into play to keep this ending alive. And one going to fall in for a strike. Make the count down 2 balls and a strike. This one's going to be hit up and out of play. Got underneath it. And that one fouled straight into the Panthers dugout. Make the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez. 2-2 pitch to Monroe is going to be a strike 3. Breaking ball that dropped in there froze Monroe. And that's going to take us to the top of the 9th inning. But the Panthers are able to cut into that lead. Not only trailing by 1, 13-12, able to score 3 runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base in that last inning. On we go to the 9th. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 9th inning, where Grambling is leading by a score of 13-12. Here in this contest, some defensive substitution now for the Panthers. Coming in to play shortstop, it's number 7, Isaac DeVilliam. Coming in playing left field for the Panthers is number 15, Jordan Williams. And catching for the Panthers will be number 4, Paul Castro.
Now back for the Tigers. Number 8, Trevor Hatton.
So now it's going to bring up a designated hitter for the Tigers. And that's number 8, Mr. Hatton. Trevor Hatton gets his first swing. And he's already quickly down no balls and 2 strikes. He comes in hitting for the right fielder, Mr. Bennett. And he's going to go down on strikes looking. So 3 pitch and 1 out for Mr. Mendoza, who's back out there for the 9th for the Panthers. So now to bring up number 24, Arias Gardner. Gardner struck out his last AB. As Mendoza comes in, drops in a breaking ball for strike number 1 to the left-handed hitter. Working from the windup, kicks, fires another breaking ball, but couldn't be caught, but it's going to miss inside for ball number 1, even at the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Doza, 1-1 offering to Gardner is taken outside for ball number 2. Make the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Doza's 2-1 offering is taken low. Make the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. And this one's going to be a swing, and this one is going to clear the fences on the 3-run home run. 3-1 count home run by Arias Gardner. An insurance run to make the score now 14-12. So now it's going to bring up the oh-so-dangerous hitter in today's contest, Mr. Smiley. And Smiley has 2 home runs himself in this contest. As Smiley's first pitch swinging, and this one's going to foul out into Panthers bullpen for strike number 1. So Mendoza gives up his second home run of this contest. And couldn't have came at more crucial time, as this one's going to be ball hitting the gap, making a play on his wise, but it's going to get down to the wall and retrieving it in is wise, but Smiley is able to pick up a double and just a triple away from the cycle. But depending on how this game goes, he might not have another AB, but still not an outstanding game for Smiley, as he picked up his 4th hit of the day in his stat line. 2-4 for 5 with the walk. So now Mr. Coach Antoine Riggins is going to say that's enough for Mr. Mendoza, as his day is going to be done. And now coming in to pitch for the Panthers is going to be number 9, Preston Allen. So we're going to step away, and when we come back, we'll be back to give you the top of the 9th with 1 out here. Preston Allen is the new reliever for the Panthers. Grambling leading by a score of 14-12. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Here to the top of the 9th inning, new batter. Excuse me. Now at the bat will be number 13, shortstop Jose Vargas. The new pitcher is Preston Allen. Preston Allen comes up. First pitch swinging is Vargas, and this ball's going to be hit out to the new outfielder, the left fielder, Jordan Williams, and he's able to retire Mr. Vargas on 1 pitch from Mr. Allen on the F7 putout. So now it's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Mr. Thomas. Thomas is 2 for 4 on the day with the walk. First offering from Allen is in for a strike. Now Preston, right-handed, comes set. Checks in on Smiley at second. Set, fire, misses high for ball number 1. Make the count now, even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Preston glances over at Smiley once again, comes set, fires in the breaking ball, and that drops in for strike number 2. Now we make the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Tigers center fielder. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. There's a stoppage in the play right now as Castro is going to call for time and wants to go talk things over with Allen for this 1-2 pitch. So due up for the Panthers in their bottom half of the 9th inning will be 5, 6, and 7. That'll be Benjamin Yarbrough, Isaac Davila, and Legend Forget. Preston. Ball is short, hop to the and blocked well by Castro to prevent Smiley from advancing. So now it's going to even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Preston comes set, kicks, fires, and another one that misses low. Yet again, blocked well by Paul Castro. So now it's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Preston Allen comes set. His 3-2 pitch is a breaking ball. Say he fouled it. Thought Thomas had a big whiff on it, but yes, got enough of it to stay in line, and out of the glove of Castro couldn't come up away with it, so keep the count where it is, full count. Preston's full count, set, kicks, and that's going to be another breaking ball. It's going to set down Mr. Thomas on strikes, and that's going to take us to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tigers do get one insurance run off the home run, the solo home run by Arias Gardner. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base, and on we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Panthers trailing by 2, 14-2. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 9th inning for the Panthers. Leading off, it'll be the third baseman, Benjamin Yarbrough. Barber takes Martinez's first strike. On deck is Isaac Davila. Next pitch is a line drive. That's going to be caught by Mr. Walker at second base. So now it's going to bring up the shortstop, Isaac Davila. Davila getting his first swing in today's contest. And Martinez fires in a strike. Martinez trying to pick up these last 2 outs. Win the series here for the Tigers as he drops in a curveball in and just missed inside. Even up the count now at the 1 ball and 1 strike. Tigers are trying to improve to 9-1 in conference. And this ball's going to be hit to Kyle Walker at second base, and he's going to retire Davila on the 4-3 putout. So now the Panthers are quickly down to their last out here. It's going to bring up Legend Forget. Forget is 0 for 3 on the day with a sacrifice bunt and a stolen base and a run scored. But now he's left to try to keep this inning alive for the Panthers. First pitch swing, and this ball's going to be hit to the shortstop, Jose Vargas, and Vargas is going to be able to retire Forget, and that's going to conclude Game 2 by Grambling coming out victorious by a score of 14-12. The losing pitcher for the day will be Mr. Tyson Carlton. Carlton was only able to go 3 innings and 2 1/3 of work, giving up 7 hits, 9 runs, 7 of those being errors, walking 6, striking out 3, and hitting 1. The winning pitcher will be Philip Bryan, going 3 innings and 1 1/3 of work, giving up 5 hits, 7 runs, 7 of those being error, walking 4, striking out none. So the Tigers will improve to 9-1 in conference. The Panthers fall to 4-7 overall. That will conclude today's contest, Game 2. And we'll be here tomorrow for Game 1. First pitch is supposed to be scheduled at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Panthers are just trying to see if they can at least salvage and get 1. But that will take us and in our day here in Prairie A&M University in Tankersley Field Stadium. Grambling comes out on top by a score of 14-12. I am Philip Prince, giving you the coverage. I was giving you the coverage for today. Until then, you be blessed, and we see you on the other side.